delayed the game.
I'm not delaying. I can't make 8 o'clock come faster.
Notes? What do you like? Study Kama Sutra before you get?
Hey! Woo! Welcome everyone to Comedy Snacks. Woo! Glad to have you. Thank you guys for coming. Fantastic. Yeah. Woo! Another episode. How are you, Nina?
Another episode. Yeah, it's good. Thursday, 8 o'clock. It's when I reach my peak. Just saying.
The rest of the week, she has no peak. She's peakless.
Yeah. I work from home, guys. It gets really lonely when you're single for 10 years. Okay, well, we have a good show.
We have
you,
a fantastic
right?
show. Oh, I'm so excited.
I know.
Another great lineup of comics.
Yeah.
And we're here to entertain you all at home and you here in audience. Thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming all the way from North Van.
In person and online.
13-minute drive. Woo!
You guys, people commuted to see us. God,
Yeah,
what's
you people
your
at home should
problem?
feel ashamed for yourself. We're going to put you against a paywall next time, so you have to pay to watch at home, too.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. So
I'm just kidding. Keep supporting us, please.
Keep watching. We need you. Please don't ever stop supporting us.
Right? So, what's on your mind?
Oh, actually, you know what? Something happened a few years ago, and I haven't.
A few years ago.
Yeah, it's been a few
affecting
years.
you now?
It somehow just came back to me because I told the story recently to some friends, and they're like, "Why don't you ever talk about that?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
All right,
and,
guys, get ready for a big reveal.
Okay, so I used to be a manager of the store in Ontario when I lived in Ontario. I just came here last year, so
You mean Shoppers?
I didn't want to say their name, but
All right. I mean,
bleep that out, Tanner, on the upload later. It was this pharmacy kind of convenience store type of place.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm nearing the end of my shift, and I'm walking towards the back, and in the back corner area, I just see this lady drop. She just falls. I'm like freaking out. I run over. She's changing color and everything. I put 911 on speakerphone, and I get down, and I'm just taking directions, and I'm trying to hear if she's breathing.
Were the prices that good? Or?
It was a good sale.
Yeah, okay.
It was knockout prices.
Carry on.
If you're watching actually right now, hi. I haven't seen you in a while and spoke to you in a while, and I'm glad you're okay. But, okay, the point of the story is, I guess I just gave away the spoiler, but, so she did survive. But I've never experienced anything like this before.
Okay.
And
did you give mouth to mouth?
so I'm getting there.
All right, sorry.
She's so crazy. Thursdays at 8. So yeah, I have the speakerphone there. People are walking by. Now this is a pharmacy too. Yes, like she's already said, Shoppers. The pharmacists are walking by and they don't know what to do. The pharmacist.
Really?
They're like, oh my God, here I am, just an employee of Shoppers Drug Mart, and I'm down on the floor, like, got this lady on speakerphone. The pharmacists are kind of scared and not coming over.
Does she need Plan B? I don't know.
Right this time, she needs Plan C, and I'm Plan C. So, yeah. So all of a sudden they're like, yeah, you have to give CPR. And she's trying to tell me how to do it. And I'm so nervous. And I'm like, I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her. But she probably can't feel any pain at the moment. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I take the directions. And she comes to. And it's amazing. And I did the whole CPR thing. And yeah.
Wow. She came to because your CPR or came to like just
well,
in spite of it?
Usually. Well, the thing is, it was the last time I've made out with a woman.
Oh my.
But she did come to, and usually I don't make that happen either. Hey, come on. I wrote that on the way here.
Oh,
it's
man.
a real story, but that whole come to thing, come on. I thought that
I was going to say you took her breath away, but I guess it's a reverse.
No, I gave her my breath.
Oh, no.
She's still suffering from
You
it.
gave her something else, too.
Yeah. She now gets really exhausted walking up hills like I do.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Well,
No, yeah.
You're a hero is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it was a crazy week. Like from then on, yeah, I was looked at differently. And her family came in the next day. Her kids.
To thank you?
They were bawling in front of me and thanking me. And I was like,
wow.
no, you can't have free chips either. Just, no, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful experience. Yeah, and I just.
Then a middle-aged man drop and you're like, I'm good.
Pharmacist, can you take care of this one? So, yeah, that's my story. That I don't know why I blocked that away, but that was a good 5 years ago now.
Wow.
And I never talk about it.
Do you still think about her?
I do. We actually created quite a friendship after
that.
Oh. She would contact me weekly. She'd come into the store all the time. She actually started doing judo and stuff later. She was about 50, 55.
Oh, okay.
A year after.
So your range?
Yeah, my range. Exactly what I was looking for. No, we created quite a friendship, and we went out to dinner a few times, and just to
That's really
keep in
nice.
touch. And she's so sweet.
What an odd way to meet someone. It's like, oh, guys.
Well,
we're friends.
Tinder's not working. Fucking Bumble's not working.
just
Craigslist ain't working.
Tripped her and then like, oh, she needs help. Wow. Okay, I'll use that method next time. Fuck Bumble.
It works. It works. It was weird, but yeah, that was it.
That's fantastic.
At least now I know what I do in a dire situation. It's not. I always thought it would flight, but
guys, when in doubt, save lives.
Save lives. Yeah, don't be a pharmacist.
Don't be a pharmacist. Wow, that's disappointing.
It is, and
Okay,
it was very disappointing. Do you have anything?
Do I have anything?
That
have,
one, girl.
I don't. I mean, I'm a personal trainer. The worst thing I save people from is like cutting their heads off with bench press. Like
that's important. I feel it sounds important.
That's because you put too much on the bar, you piece of shit. No, no, I got nothing for heroism. If anything, though, I do have a little rant saved in me.
You always do.
I do. Anger issues. I don't know.
She's reached 30.
Okay, the fact is we have a new class of anti-vaxxers. There are these anti-maskers now. There's literally forming groups all around Canada, all around the world, and it's just like, here's my thing, okay? If you're living in society, you're making an agreement, okay? Wearing a mask and getting a vaccination is kind of like the exchange for the benefits of society, right? Like, you get the benefits of electricity, of hydro. You get the benefits of driving your stupid Tox waste refinery truck down the road with fucking no mufflers and all the bells and whistles that may as well scream out, I'm a real boy! Like,
vroom, vroom.
You get that in exchange for not being a dick. Like, stop being a, like, flip-flappity twat whistle and too afraid of getting poked in the arm and covering your damn mouth. Like, it's not hard, right? Like, it's amazing. And they call us sheep, by the way. They're calling every one of us who's abiding just by the mask wearing thing sheep. And it's like, we can't think for ourselves. Like as if we're some government automatons just spoon feeding whatever we see on the news into our brains. Like, Mabel, did you know them politicians are saying we gotta stop taking cars and taking pogo sticks to work? Like, like, really? Really? Like, okay, anti-maskers, if you're watching, you don't think for yourself. For one, that takes brain activity. And two, that's not what you're doing. What you're doing is you're just asserting your independence. You're like one of those toddlers that are refusing to go to the washroom because you're trying to prove to your parents that you want to make a decision for your own. But you know what? We're not your parents. So go ahead and fill yourself up so you're sick of your own bullshit for a change.
Wow.
Just saying.
There you go, guys. That you really feel passionate about this.
I do. It's just like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm done.
Things would be going a lot more smoother and quicker if we all just wore a mask.
You better introduce the first comic.
We better go and get to the comic here. Sorry, guys. We really try to hype up the show here at the beginning, but we swear it's going to be greater from here going forward. What we do, we start off slow, and so it can't get worse.
I need my meds. Just introduce the comic.
I'm going to drive her crazy right now by not introducing the comic yet. All right, guys. Let's get ready for your first comic. Please put your hands together for Michael Lothian.
Thanks for being here. So you know, plexiglass and face masks do absolutely nothing to stop the spread of body odor. I'm leaving that there. So I used to work, hi everyone at home, hi again, with a person who smelled so bad that when he walked through the aisles of the store, he left a trail of stink like an etch-a-stench. Imagine it. Thanks. I'm starting off nice. So, I think everyone should have an application on their phone that lets them know what their current stink radius is, how long it will take for your smell to currently fill up the room that you are currently in, and what hole you smell like. Yes, let's do that. I saw an ad online, and it said, do you need an accountant but have no cash flow? No! Hey, how nice is it that we actually have a super legitimate reason not to go to any weddings this year? Yes, I am very much looking forward to watching an online divorce. We could sit at home and just bet on who gets to keep what. Love it. Yes, thank you. Life is too short to hold on to grudges, people. That's why I wish I was immortal, so I could hold on to them forever. I like it when people get separated, you know, when friends are like, you have to choose. You get the opportunity to just automatically say, I choose the other person, to both, and then you don't have to hang out with either. Losers. What? So, I used to work for a shitty job, cleaning gutters with no safety equipment, high up on the roofs, doing shit. I had a boss who made fun of me, would put me down and insult me when I would refuse because it was not safe. We had no things to hold us up. So I was on the ground one day thinking I would like to quit. I just wish I, could decide. And I was like, I'm not doing this roof. And he's like, meh. So I was on the ground and he goes, oh no! And I went, whoo! I ran over to him and he was on the ground in the grass looking up at the beautiful blue sky. And I was like concerned, but then after I looked at him, I was like, oh, everything's okay because I'm vindicated. So I took him to the hospital and he went, the worst part is you're probably going to quit. And I thought the worst part is I don't care if you live. It's been about 15 years, and kind of ironic. I'm doing stand-up now, and I don't even know if he can stand up. I hope you're okay. So, I got in a lot of trouble when I was a kid, and this one time, I got invited to play wheelchair basketball. And I got in there, hey, you can borrow a chair and play with the rest of us who are confined. I'm like, oh, that's neat. To be fair, they didn't tell me that you're not allowed to dunk. So I would just roll through and then just be like, cheat code. And I was not invited back. So, okay, Cirque du Soleil has filed for bankruptcy, which makes me sad because now I know that I'll never get to see a live show where someone dies. I would have paid extra to see that show. I guess I should probably go now. Just to leave you with a message that's important. Friends do not let friends drive drunk until they need a ride home. Have a good night.
Give it up for Vancouver's own caveman who just yells. We didn't need to give him a mic at all. Sorry about that, front row. Should have warned you to sit in the back behind the plexiglass. All right. I'm not just stroking this for the fun of it. I'm actually disinfecting it. So just so you know. I'm really good at it. I've been getting good at it. Man. I love weddings. Imagine online divorces. That's pretty funny. I like that. Good job, Mike. Thanks for coming out, buddy. I missed you. You've changed quite a bit during quarantine. We've been trapped for a while. But anyway, let's keep this show going. I'm going to bring up my next comic, the super hilarious, good friend of mine, all-around great dude, Walter Tenhalf, everybody.
The mic condom. It is a little bit disturbing how good you are at getting at this height as well. Stop it. My goodness. He's just naughty, I swear. Oh, God, good start. I was walking past, there's a few restaurants up the road here, and I was walking by, and I'm looking in the window, and I see all these people just kind of in little clutches, you know, trying desperately to stay away from each other, and I was just thinking, oh, that's like my last family reunion. It's fantastic. It is nice to be out. God, I sound like a grandpa when I say that. It's really nice to be out today. Have you seen my teeth? Oh, but it is. It's nice to be able to get out. You get out to see some people. I mean, I've been working from home, which is, you know, I shouldn't complain. I shouldn't complain. Working from home, there's a lot of people in financial distress. I get it. But I've had roofers over my head for the last 4 days. Bang, 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 all day long. And you don't have those same, there's no separation. You roll out of bed and you're at work. It's like, you don't get that workplace chat. I mean, the sexual harassment's through the roof. My wife's been working at home as well. You know, but it's that you really find out how much you miss other people. You know, I can't walk into my kitchen up to my wife and say, hey, do anything fun last night? She's just going to look at me like, no, I was here with you again. Yeah, going a little crazy. I kind of realized that I was starting to go a little bit nuts. I watched all 3 John Wick movies back to back 11 times. That was last week. I was sitting there watching it. I'm like mesmerized every time he got that big tattoo across his back, you know, in Latin. Fortus fortuna aduat. Fortune favors the brave, right? And I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, I need something like that. Great big banner across my chest. Only thing with something like that is it has to be something that's relevant to you, you know? It has to be pertinent to who you are as a person. And I don't know the Latin for I should probably pee first. I don't know what that is. Wife's been going crazy. She's getting bored of me. I mean, we've been married. We just had our anniversary. We've been married 19 years. Of course she's getting bored of me. But now we've been stuck in the same room. Not the same room. The same house for the last 5 months. She's really bored of me. She's bored of me to the point that she came up to me the other day and she suggested that we watch porn together. It's like, what? I mean, I've heard her say the words watch and porn, but only ever in the context of, what are you watching, porn? Anytime I'm on a computer, what are you watching, porn? I'm like, no, what? Oh, I'm on my phone. What are you watching, porn? We're in Costco. Why would I be watching porn in Costco? And I'm like, listen, sweetie, I don't watch porn. I use it for a very specific purpose, but I don't watch it. It's not like Netflix. It's not like Bukkake Gangbang 63. That will pair well with this fettuccine Alfredo, you know? Now she wants to watch porn. I'm like, all right. Turn the computer around. You pick. So I'm not fucking picking. She's not ready for that. Oh, dwarves and amputees? No. So she starts scrolling through, and she's taking forever. And I'm sitting there, what is she doing? And then I had a horrible thought. I'm like, is she reading the comments? You thought YouTube comments are a cesspool. Try Pornhub. She wasn't reading the comments. It was something far worse. She was looking for one with a story. Right, because the highlight of the evening at the Adult Video Awards is the category for excellence in writing. God help me, she found one. 25 minutes of the worst acting that any human has ever perpetrated or been forced to endure. 25 minutes before these two people, and there were only two people, got down to business, but finally they did. Finally. And in that moment, my wife of 19 years and I did the only thing that comes naturally. We fell asleep. That's my time.
God, this is awkward. Walter Tenhalf, everybody, one more time. While I friggin' stroke this tall thing. I'm not as good as Jay. Oh God, it's coming apart. Damn it. That should tell you guys something. I'm still got the mask on too. Man, I'm a mess. That's great, Walter. Now I'm just thinking of all my. Who leaves comments for porn? I'm just curious. Like, what is it? Like, is it ratings? Like star ratings? Like. But then who would listen to that? You're like, oh, director, we've got another recommendation for more tits. You won't say. Okay, great. That's fantastic. You know what? Married for 19 years is really nice, though. You should try living alone for like millions of years. It's worse. Like, I become like that stuff in the back of the fridge that you put in a container and you shove all the way to the back and then you open it again. You're like, I don't know what this was in the first place. I'm really excited to bring up your next comic. He's coming from this side, and I have your mic condom, so we're gonna do a quick little switch. Please give it up for this guy. This guy is like what would happen if Bart Simpson grew up into a person. Please give it up for Mike Bodds.
All right, let's just keep it down. All right, thank you so much. That's very nice. Okay, guys, sit down now. All right. Come on, please. All right, it's fine. You can clap, but just stop snapping. It's okay. Are you serious? Come on. God. Standing O? Standing O? I mean, I can't even tell this. All right, guys, seriously, let's fucking. Can I start now? How many people have tuned in so far? Do we know?
40.
40? All right. I just need to know. I need to know how many people I perform for. I like to keep that energy. I mean, I always showcase no matter what for 40. Do we know where they're from, Tanner?
The internet.
Out of town. Out of town. Okay, foreigners. We got foreigners in the house. Everybody, Canada. Thank you. Good. I was gonna say, is that thing even on? That's not even on. That's a photo lens. What is that? Just say some nonsense up here. We should start eating homeless people. Who's with me? There you go. There's one. Huh? Jay's finally like, yes, let's do this. Come on. What are we doing with them? What are we doing with them? Guys, please sit down. Please, already. Everyone's saw Joker. Everyone's like sad of, mentally ill people now. It's like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Let's eat them. What are we doing with them? Give them a purpose already. Cleanse them first. Cleanse them, sterilize them, and then one by one, let's clean up this city. Who's with me? Okay. What's out there, guys? I gotta wear a clip-on tie to work, and that shit sucks. Anyone have to do that? You guys can talk to me. It's fun. There's 4 of us. Did you guys pay for this show? Good. Nothing's free in this world. I wake up, I snap on my clip-on tie, I look out the window, and I say my city needs me, and it really doesn't. It really does not. I do security. One time I was like 4 hours late for work. 4 hours late. You learn very quickly there's no good excuse for 4 hours. Maybe 10, 15 tops. 4 hours, it's like you're either going to get fired or get a plaque. One or the other. And I showed up. You think you matter. You think you're essential. Nobody cared I was gone. Nobody noticed I was gone for 4 hours. Nobody called to check in if I was okay. Fucking nothing. Fuck the Fairmont. They're not watching. Fuck it. Gotta deal with crackheads all the goddamn time. That shit's fun. I remember this one crackhead was coming at me. Well, I was just trying to stop him. But like some sort of crackhead defense mechanism, he starts yelling, I've got AIDS, you know? And that's not something you want to like call a bluff on, you know? So I just kind of walked away and just kind of let him pass. But it would have been interesting to get AIDS. I think if you have, imagine how smug you can be if you had AIDS, you know? Right? Right? Everybody, no? Imagine if I ran into that guy again with a knife, pulls it on me. Imagine how smug you could be at that point. Say something crazy and cool at the same time, like really dude a knife. Dude, you just brought a knife to an AIDS fight, or something like that. Something psychotic like that. What's the number, Tanner?
42.
42, okay. Tofino, I see you. Surfing out there. I learned this the other day. I learned there's a big difference between telling someone you notice they lost weight and telling someone you notice they lost the weight. That's a big one, you know? I was pregnant, you fucking, you know? You look good, sis. Just saying, you know? I see, like, I think boomerangs are just frisbees for lonely people. Saw a dude at the park the other day. I don't know if he was Australian or something, but he was just out there just catch, you know, and then he caught it again, you know. Can you guys tell when I'm riffing and telling jokes? Can you guys tell? Is it that obvious? Everyone hear about this Ellen thing? She got in trouble for being, whatever, a bitch, I guess, which is not against the law. But, you know, it'd be funny. I was thinking this the other day. It'd be funny if Ellen took a page out of, like, Kevin Spacey's book and just came out as gay again. You know what I mean? Like, guys, I know I'm an asshole, but I'm gay. You know what I mean? And if you see her dance, that's not how straight people dance. You know what I mean? She's clearly suppressing something. You know? I'm not going to dance it, but, you know. All right, everybody's, okay, it's fine. Standing O. I still get hard for no reason. Anybody else do that? Oh, just me? Okay. All right. That shit's cute when you're 12, but when you're 27, it could be a problem. It could be the big problem. Life just becomes a game of like choose your own adventure. And the objective is just to get home okay, you know? Because I'll be walking down the street and I'll be like, well, okay, here we go. What do we got here, Mike? We got a playground and a dog park. I'm gonna go graveyard on this one. You know what I mean? Just a boner. Those are just ghosts in my pants. I don't know. Can I see it again? There you go. All right. Are you flashing me or taking pictures? There you go. Okay. Good. So are we going to eat these homeless people, or what are we doing? Anybody with me? Cannibalism is in. I don't trust a lot of people. I don't trust a lot of things, actually. I don't trust like public water fountains. Do you guys? Yeah, don't do it, you know. Because some people just see like a fountain. I just see like a homeless man's bidet. Call back. Let's eat these fuckers. You know what I mean? Let's do this. It's like, fool me once, you know, shame on you, but fool me twice. I got shit in my mouth and that's not cool. You know. I'll end it with this. God, I hope the comedy thing works out, you know? I really do. Everything we do is just to get laid, is it not? Right? Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Jay's hoping the same thing. He's like, I just need this comedy thing right now to fucking pop off. You think Thomas Edison invented the light bulb to help mankind? Like all of mankind? No way. That dude was tired of looking for pussy with an oil lamp, dude. He was just... What is that? No. There's gotta be a better way. Standing O! Oh my god, fuck yeah! You guys are great. Sit down. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna Mike Bots. Have a good night. Yeah.
Keep it going for Mike, everybody. Woo! Nina, if you were better at this, you wouldn't be so lonely. Just pointing that out. I apologize. I said the show couldn't get any worse. Apologize about that. That was great. Okay, I'm going to keep this moving. We're going to bring up our next comic here. She's the absolutely hilarious and always available to do this show whenever I ask. So thank you so much. Everyone, please give it up for Yishuan Zhang.
Hey, everybody. I'm the most free person in the world. Available anytime. Anyways, how is your quarantine life going? Oh, fantastic. Anybody has a weird crush on Dr. Bonnie Henry like I do? Guess that's my way to celebrate Pride Month. Yeah, actually, as a person being social distancing since 1988, life didn't change too much for me. But I guess it's probably difficult for you guys here in Canada because you couldn't play hockey. End of the world. But no worries, I just found a perfect alternative for you, the most COVID-friendly game, fencing. You got a whole set of PPE and a sword. Feel free to stab anybody gets within 2 meters social distance. Perfect. Anyways, my name is Yishuan Zhang, but I understand that my name has been a mystery in English-speaking countries. Like every time I went to Starbucks, once I heard the staff start making some weird noise, I know my coffee is done. I'm actually half Chinese and half Chinese. Very pure, right? But lots of people said to me, "You look like Korean." And I always replied, "The one before or after the plastic surgery." I am made in China and exported to North America, just like the destiny of most other stuff made in China, which also means I'm generally in good quality to satisfy North American standard. I know I wear an accent, but I'm kind of proud of it, because I probably sound like a person who owns a property. I thought moving here, I would sort of have an exotic charm, but it turned out I just look like a local from Richmond. How disappointing. I feel like there are only 3 things white people like most about Chinese. Chinese girls, thanks to the yellow fever, Chinese food, and Chinese tattoo. But I kindly advise you be very careful when getting a Chinese tattoo. I once saw a very delicate tattoo of a set of Chinese characters right in the middle of one's back neck, said diabetes. And I got shocked by how much you guys love Chinese culture when I see a tattoo of son of a bitch in Chinese on one's body. I feel pretty much the way as when you guys see an Asian tourist wearing a t-shirt writes in English, I am a whore. It's been almost a year since I started stand-up comedy, which is apparently very successful because almost half of it was under quarantine. And I even got more comments of, you are pretty instead of you are funny. I started seriously doubting myself. Am I too pretty to be a comic? And I decided not to tell dirty jokes anymore, just in case me and my jokes together make a live porn in front of your eyes. I'm over 30 years old already. I know I look young though, Asians never die. But I'm still single. Women like me are called leftover ladies in China. That's why I moved here. A desperate Chinese leftover lady seeking for being recycled by some white guys. We don't have a waste recycling system yet in China, you know? One day a guy asked me how to pick up Chinese girls. I was like, based on my limited experience, being a Uber driver might help. I'm so good at flirting with guys. You can't imagine. On my way here, a guy talked to me like, I like your hair. I replied, thank you, me too. Now, thank you. Now I'm living in Canada legally, which means I don't need to marry a Canadian to get a visa. What a shame. But I'm still open to Australian, American, and European visas. Please just let me know. And I chose to stay in Vancouver because people say it has the best climate, right? You know, like in January, normally it rains only twice. Once for 10 days, once for 20. But I'm still very much enjoying staying here, being a bad Chinese driver freely and proudly, because nobody even dares to judge me just to prove you are 0% of racist. If ever caught by a police, my only trick is no English, a no ticket guarantee. And I never worry about racism, you know, because we Chinese are the most racist people. You guys see Chinatown is everywhere in Western country, right? But have you ever seen a single Canada town or America town in China? That's so racist, right? But one thing I really don't understand is people here are very much into buying local. I don't know why things grown locally are more valued than a global select. Like every time I go to Safeway, those red tags, look for buy BC, look for local, really annoys me. I mean, I didn't grow here. I flew here. As an immigrant, I'm still trying very hard to be a real Canadian because I really want to shop at the real Canadian superstore instead of just TNT. Every time I pass by the real Canadian superstore, I feel so nervous. Am I qualified to shop here? Maybe I should wait till I get my citizenship. One day I get up all my courage and walked in. When I was checking out, the staff asked me, do you have the membership? I was like, no, but I'm trying. Thank you very much. That's my time.
was just the height of it that bothered me. That's all. It was just the fucking height. It's funny. You feel like I feel like I should be good at this because I actually grew up with like uber clean like parents. Like I have PTSD from their OCD with CLR. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was mad. Growing up, it was especially the case if everything was like neat and in its place. I knew my mom was like pissed. So like just want to go to the kitchen for like, I don't know, like a glass of water, and it's like
Touch nothing but the tap.
like, fuck, Jesus. Anyways, you know, living alone has its perks, okay? I feel like being alone for a long time gives you some skills. Like for one thing, I can carry all my own groceries in one trip because two's for fucking suckers. And two, I can do up my own dress. Not that I go out anywhere, but you know. And, you know, doing oral on myself is kind of hard, but yoga's helping. Couple more downward dogs and it'll be all namaste, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now that we all know about me, I'm going to bring up your next comic I'm super excited to introduce again. I feel like he's the kind of guy that I kind of used to hate in high school because he could just walk into a classroom and like give a look to the teacher and they'd be like, he's cool, give him an A. And I'm like, damn it. Please give it up for Mufaro Mbudzi, everybody.
Okay, thanks. Yo, this shit crazy, man. I did not know Nina could do such a good Whoopi Goldberg impression, man. It's nice to be out here. I had the craziest day, man. Like, I was late for this shit. Talk about exterminating all stereotypes, innit? Yeah, I literally woke up to a message from like I was having a nice dream. I won't go into details. And then I woke up to a message from Jay saying, okay, if you're late, just walk through the restaurant. And I felt kind of bad. I was just like, oh, you're on my way, whatever. But really, like, I was out here busting my ass and shit to still be late. So, yeah. I was just listening to the last comic, and when she said she's half Chinese, I couldn't help but think that, like, that basically means the pussy is tight and the ass is non-existent. And, but not you though. She had a, like, nice one piece on and shit. So that's not a roast against you, it's just the Chinese people that I don't fuck with. I'm kidding. Shit. Okay, so obviously I'm juggling a lot of thoughts in my mind right now. Interesting, she was like, there's no America town in like different parts of the world. That's also wrong, because like they have one in like Afghanistan and shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just like, this feels like a meditation for you. I'm just gonna choose a couple of jokes off of this sheet that I had from my show last night. So yeah, okay, so oh my god, so I was thinking about Vancouver, right? And Vancouver's really open and shit, so you can be who you want. I like it because, you know, black people aren't even a minority in Vancouver. Because like in Canada in general, like people hate Australians more than they hate black people, which is fucking nice, you know? And like I've been to Australia and like, I like Australia because like over there, the women are more forthcoming in terms of approaching guys. Like they will shoot their shot from a distance, you know what I mean? It's nice because like I walk into a club, right, on some chill shit, and within the first 2 minutes, someone's like touching on me, like trying to make out, you know. I'm like, okay, she wants to fuck, you know. It's pretty obvious. And sometimes they'll say that shit too. But like in Canada, it's just weird because like the girls are like so reserved and shit. But like sometimes they will make a move, which is nice. But it's just weird because it's different because they're not like as obvious with the shit. Like they'll come up to me from the side almost. Like say this is me, right? I'm chilling. Wait. I'm chilling, right? And probably like a girl will come up to me from the side on some nervous shit and be like, hey man, you have some change? Because it's a lot of homeless motherfuckers out here. and they're the only ones that seem to like really approach people. Well, unless you're me, because a lot of people approach me. But that joke didn't work, and oh, that joke did not bang, man. That's like one of my babies too, man. I'm gonna have to like send that joke off to summer school or some shit and be like, yo, behave, you know, go work on yourself or some shit. But anyways, I was thinking of the clubs and shit, right? Because Vancouver's open, right? So like it's nice because there's like gay clubs for people who are into that, and then there's like, you know, spots where black people can hang out, you know. Then there's like the Roxy for white people and shit like that, which is nice. But I was thinking like we really need to push some borders in terms of our nightlife. So I was thinking like there should be a club for Down syndrome people, because no one ever like creates a space for them to party. You know what I'm saying? And I think it would be dope because like they would have this like whole concept where like the club's designed to remind you that it's for Down syndrome people. So it's open to everyone, right? Just like gay clubs and shit. But the VIP line would just be for Down syndrome people only. And like anyone who's on bar watch for regular clubs in Vancouver. So like anyone who's blacklisted from like the regular spots, you know? But yeah, I was like, I think it would be nice because like you could, I mean, you'd have to get some marketing people in there, choose a nice name and everything. Like, I think it should be called Downs to Fuck. And I think it would be cool because you could create jobs for like really intelligent security guards, you know? Like, because I think you would have to have really amazing staff. Like the security guards would have to have maximum awareness. Because like they're probably gonna be dealing with the same face the whole night. You know what I mean? Like you don't want someone who's at the door on some stupid shit with no facial recognition qualities, and then they start hitting, like let's say a group arrives to the club at like midnight, but the club opened at 8 p.m. You don't want a bouncer who's on some mindless shit talking about, I said no ins and outs, man. Like you and your group, I told you can't step out, but it's just a new group of people. I think that's my time though, but I'm not gonna go just yet. Oh, I have a minute. Oh man. Okay. Okay. What are you saying, cuz? Oh yes. So you know I was late for this show, right? I was thinking about, you know, Jesus, and so people obviously were accustomed to this figure of white Jesus and stuff, right? But I don't think Jesus was white, because if he was, they would have been playing beer pong at the Last Supper. And I've just come to the conclusion that, you know, maybe Jesus was white, maybe he wasn't. I don't really give a fuck, because it's just a good book anyways. It's like me caring about whether Neville Longbottom was black or white, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really change my life. But I don't know about Jesus, but I do think God was black, because like he was expected to show up in 2012 and he still hasn't arrived, you know? Okay, thank you, that's my time. Let's go.
Thanks, Mike, for that clap. Okay. Yeah, that was something. Is there anybody he didn't insult? You guys okay? You guys doing all right? Fucking shows up late and then just insults everybody. Please send all your complaints to mafaro@gmail.com. Holy fucking shit, what was that? I'll wipe this one down too, Nina. I feel like he spread across. I feel like he spread across a few there. Do you guys want me to wipe you down? You guys okay? Thank you, Mafaro. I'm gonna have him back eventually after he writes some jokes. And doesn't just wake up halfway through the show make his way here, but tell me he's on the way, but he's still in fucking dreamland. Why don't you dream about some jokes, man? Tanner, anybody still watching at home?
There was a dip for a little bit there.
We're gonna fucking bring that right back up right now, guys. I'm gonna talk to you after, Mafaro. No, I'm just kidding. Love that guy. All right, guys, we have one more comic. He is becoming one of my favorites around here. I'm starting to book just personal trainers. Just eventually, Nina, this guy, Jason, they're eventually just gonna get to me and get me skinny and fit again. I'm trying, guys. It's hard, man. It's fucking tough, man. It's not easy. Anyway, enough about my sad fucking life. I was just trying to bring it up after that last disaster we just had. Everybody give it up for Jason Glass.
All right, we got a show, huh? Yeah, we got a show. I know, they have me close because the people at home, I know, you're right. You're sitting at home thinking, is that the Jason Glass from TikTok? And you're absolutely right. It is the Jason Glass from TikTok. The TikTok podcast, where we talk about ticks and everything to do with ticks. Deer population, Lyme disease, TikTok. Get it at iTunes or anywhere else you find podcasts. TikTok. Ooh, speaking of TikTok, I gotta go. No, I'm joking. So good news. Everybody was concerned about Corona, the beer company going under. They didn't. They're alive, they're kicking, and they're going to be fine. So all those people that were concerned, I know. It was unfortunate that their name was named after you guys get that. Same can't be said about Murder Hornet Lager, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And the one that I thought was going to make it was the Policio Blanco Cerveza. To be fair, when they named it, white police officers were in favor. But once again, another one bites the dust. This COVID thing's killing me, though, because I've been stuck at home like everybody else and watching horrible television. Anyone else doing that? Yeah, we're running out of stuff to watch. Like, you're running out of Netflix. I got nothing else to watch. My wife's making me watch reality programming, and I just want to shoot myself. We've been watching Bachelor reruns. Like the best of Bachelor and stuff. What? And she's like, do you like this? And I go, well, one guy, 25 hot chicks. Like, yeah, I mean, I like it. She goes, well, why don't you watch Bachelorette? And I said, 25 guys on one girl? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm into it. I just prefer it on Pornhub. She said, Pornhub. Pornhub has taught me a lot of lessons. I realize now after watching Pornhub that I actually missed an awesome opportunity in high school with my stepsister. I did. She was always getting stuck under the bed, and I had no idea that was even an option. I just kept on going, oh, sorry, and I picked up the bed, and she would get out, and I'd be like, put some panties on, and put it back down. I did that with one hand because I'm strong, right? Yeah. What other reality shows I've been watching? Oh, a lot of TLC. Anybody watch TLC? You guys like those? Yeah, I like those shows. They're getting weird, though. It was like someone has too many kids, they get their own TV show. Then it was like, that's not good enough, so let's have some midgets. And then it was like, oh, that's not good enough. Let's get midgets that have too many kids. And that's where we're at here. 18 midgets and counting is one of my favorites. I can use that word midget. You guys are like, oh, midget, don't say that. Because I raised a little person. 5 years old, it was cute. But now he's in grade 11. The kid's almost as tall as me. He's playing on the basketball team. So he grew out of it. What else have we been watching? Oh, that other one with the guy that has 5 wives. The Real Housewives of Utah. That one's good. And 90 Day. Who's watching 90 Day? That's a popular one. Everybody's watching 90 Day, right? It's the show where like a foreigner will put on a filter and post these pictures on social media, so people are just like, oh my God, I want to bring you over to America and give you a green card. Then they get to America, and Then they find out that America was also using a filter. Yes, they were. Very good filter, by the way. But I actually lived the real 90-day. My wife is from Scotland. This is 25 years ago. Wife in Scotland. I was in Vancouver. We did the long-distance 90-day relationship. But this is back in the day when we didn't have internet. You couldn't do FaceTime. We had to write letters to each other. So if I wanted to send her a dick pic, I actually had to take a picture of my dick with a proper camera, go to the grocery store or the pharmacy, and get it processed. That would take a week. Then mail it to Scotland. By the time it got there, it was flaccid. So luckily the Polaroid came out, and that way I could quickly take a picture, stick it in the envelope, and she could open it, and then she could watch my penis develop in her very own hand. Yes, the Polaroid. Actually, that's the same way that my grandfather met my grandma. Not sending dick pics. It was a dick oil painting. I know. That's what she said. Really? I'm thinking back in the day, what did they do before that? Would they make sculptures? Like, can you imagine like sending someone a penis sculpture? It kind of makes sense though, right? Because you could try it out first. Like, what does a picture do for you? Nothing, but a sculpture. I mean, you could take it for a test drive, right? A little bit. Okay. I've been married, like I said, for 25 years, so I know a lot about marriage. Young people, you guys are in love, and you're like, oh, I would die for you. You would die for him? You've just met, and you're going to give up your life so they can go on living? This makes no sense. After 10 years of marriage, you wouldn't give her your left kidney. And you got 2. And you're sitting there going, I might need it for my next wife. Oh, who am I kidding? She's going to be way too young for kidney failure. Way too young for kidney failure. Then you get married and you've been there for 25 years. My wife right now, she'll say, honey, can you get me some water? I'll be like, yeah, honey, no problem. I'll get you some water. She goes, can you put some ice in it? And I'm like, I want a divorce. Give me a divorce. Young people, sex when you're young, fantastic. It's like you got a Roman candle in your pants and you're like, doof, 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 doof. Is that it? I don't know. Well, hey, bonus one. 20 years in, it's like you can be a little bit more mature. You can time it right. It's like the Vancouver Symphony of Fire. I time that up to like the grand finale with the music, choreographed, the whole bit. But after 25 years, I'm 47. It's a sparkler. I'm going to be honest with you. A bit of a sparkler. I mean, it's fun for a few minutes. But then after a few minutes, she's like, is that it? And I'm like, I don't know. She goes, can we relight it? I'm like, you can give it a shot. Go for it. See what you can do. One more thought for you. We are in Vancouver, one of the most expensive cities in the world. And it's not just expensive to live in. It's also expensive to run a business. There's a place up the road, great place. Oriental Rugs. They do a great job. If you're ever looking for a rug, they got it. But they weren't doing good enough that they could just pay the rent by themselves. So what they did was they subleased the back to a massage parlor. It's called Oriental Rug and Tugs. Yes. I went in there with my shirt off. I got a bit of a hairy back, and I went in there, and they're like, are you returning that, sir? I was like, no. I'm actually, by the way, I've got a booking there in about 15 minutes, so that's my time. I want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting Vancouver comedy. It's fantastic. And I'm Jason Glass. Cheers, everybody.
Woo! Woo! Keep your distance.
Want to wipe down my mic? No.
He asks that after every show.
One day I'm going to break her down.
God. I don't know. It's a good line. It's a good line.
Awesome. That was our show. Please sit down. Sit down over there.
It takes him a couple
please.
Seconds. He gets it, and then it laughs. It's very fun.
Excellent. Thank you guys for coming out. And apologies as well for everything.
They didn't know, Jay.
We got to put a warning on our event pages.
Don't worry, I have free stuff for them.
Okay, she's got some free stuff for you guys. Make you feel better. Did you have fun? You had a good time?
Yeah. You guys have fun? Did you guys have fun? Yeah.
thank you all. This is the Havana Theatre. You can follow them on Instagram, Havana Vancouver, and on Facebook, Havana Theatre.
Yeah, you can also check out vancouvercomedy.ca for more stuff online or not. You can actually come to the venue. And
You can,
check
yeah,
out
and there's a
some
lot
more
of there's
shows.
a lot of different shows that they run out of here that are on that site.
Yeah, man.
And check out the YouTube channel. This will be uploaded to thereafter. We may
Totally.
edit out some things.
And if you want to donate, if you want to donate to any of our comics tonight, just click the little button there that says donate. Minus Mufaro, apparently.
No, Mafaro needs it. Stop it.
We'll send it his way.
Poor
We'll send it his
Mafaro.
way.
I feel bad. Not. You can give pledges in person too, but not to Mafaro.
We'll get
No,
him.
I'm kidding. Send it to that same email site I told you to complain about.
Perfect.
And then, no, thank you all. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next
We'll see you next week,
Thursday.
everybody. Thank you.
Thanks for coming. Woo!